Harry Mack, yo, I'm about to do my thing. I'm a rep the USA, I'ma get Olympic rings. When I'm on the mic, man, I'm about to break the mold. If I get the medal from Olympics, it is gold. Yeah, never silver, it's never been the bronze. Off of the top, new lyrics getting spawned. Yeah, y'all be enjoying it good. He be rapping classic movie called Boys in the Hood. Harry Mack, when it comes to rhymes, I'll be nice, dude. I'm trying to be more famous than Ice Cube. Harry Mack, man, you know I'm a bad dude. Harry Mack on Instagram, check out the latitude and the longitude. Bring it all together. When it comes to rhymes, ain't nobody pressure for the pressure. I'ma keep it moving, always improving. When I be on it, every lyric that I'm kicking off the top is hella honest. Yeah, people gather around just to hear this. Every time I spit, it's coming from
Hold on, pause it right there real quick.
And you know we
when I do every lyric that I'm kicking off the top is always honest or whatever, that's drumming right there. That's the drumming. I was just purely thinking rhythmically, and in drumming there's like accents and taps, you know, so it's just two different volumes to hit the drums. An accent is a loud note, and then a tap is a low, quiet note. So you so you can create you know, those accent patterns. So that's what I was doing right there. Actually, just rewind it back and look like a...
I was actually going to ask, is it like hard to get out of that sometimes? Because it feels like you just slid right in there and just rode it out for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every rhythm I slide into, it kind of happens organically, you know, because it's happening in real time. So I'm not thinking about like, oh, now I should do this. It's like, it's already happening.
It's happening again.
Yeah. It's like when, like... I was told about an interview with Magic Johnson that I haven't seen, but and I don't think I've mentioned this on the pod yet, but if I have, it bears repeating. But they asked him how he was able to just always get through the defense, you know? He was like, all I can say is there's this gap, and by the time I realized that there was a gap, I'm already through it. Okay. Because if I had to actually think to myself, oh, look, there's a gap, it would close. And so that's what these rhythms are. That's what freestyling is. And to me, that's what flow state is. It's like there's this rhythm there, but by the time I'm like, oh yeah, that's a dope rhythm, I've already used it, you know? And if I had to conceptualize it, I would drop the ball.
And if you ever miss the gap, you have to just completely move past it without any hesitancy of thinking about it, or else you're even more.
Exactly, yeah. You got to immediately let go of the desire to have had that one, you know? Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Y'all up on the stage once again. Yeah, yo, and I even got the check mark. That's Henry Mack. It's Harry Mack. Yo, that part. Hold up, it's HARRY. You can find me on Instagram. I'm a hard guy. Yeah, Harry Mack. Lyrics sounding well writ. While I kick a freestyle, I teach you how to spell shit. Yo, it's H Mack up the top though. Every time I be banging with the hot flow. Yeah, yo, I lead him to the slaughter. Not Henry, it's Harry, like Harry fucking Potter. Harry Mack, yo, I'm about to do my thing.
That's one of those classic moments where they're all kind of, you know, just watching him pretty chill, and then you hit that well-writ line.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of just broke the ice there.
Yeah. No, dude, that's a fun one, man. That's also very throwback. That's what is it? That's right when I first that's Guerrilla Bars 10. So, or no, Guerrilla Bars 7? Yeah, I think it's 7. I think 7 is when we came back. But basically it's the first one of me coming back after basically I think taking a little break from doing it, and I was about to like go super hard and double down. And this was the first session that we did like a big batch right before the pandemic happened. And so this was like the first one of us getting out there and doing it. And so, yeah, this is an older one, but man.
Where is this?
This is Venice Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Yeah.
When you say a big batch, like, what are you talking about? You guys are just out there all day, or?
Well, this was the first. So we, for 2 months, I went out every weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and batch content, which is how Guerrilla Bars kept coming out through basically the whole pandemic. It was the most serendipitous, weird thing. We, like, the last weekend that I was batching content, I was like, cool, I think we have enough for a while. And then like a week later, it was like, you can't go outside anymore. And I just had a hard drive at my house, and I was like, oh my God, dude, like, we have fucking episodes. And this was also the first one that like went viral-ish and like got a lot of views kind of since like the earlier videos, you know, 2017, like the big sort of like momentum run from back then that I had. Things had sort of quieted down. I took the break to work on my album. That was a big learning experience, you know, lots of mistakes were made and I sort of learned from them. And then I started getting back into doing the YouTube content, but things were a lot smaller. The videos weren't getting nearly as many views. You know, people had kind of, I think, forgotten, oh, who's this dude again? Oh yeah, the freestyle guy, whatever. And then this one was the first one where, after that phase where it was like, oh shit, hell yeah, okay, we back. But yeah, dude, crazy clip. Some funny things about this. So first of all, I love the Ice Cube reference too, because the previous episode we reacted to me rapping for Ice Cube, and at this point I can tell you that the idea of me rapping for Ice Cube was nowhere on my mind. So that's really cool. And then the other funny thing is this dude starts asking me, the guy in the Olympic jacket starts asking me, what's your IG? What's your IG? While I'm rapping. So I was doing the scheme about Ice Cube and I saw the guy's shirt and I was like, yo, I'm trying to be more famous than Ice Cube, which, I'll do respect. I can never, shout out to Ice Cube, okay? I'm not actually trying to be more famous than him and that would be very challenging to do. Shout out to the legend. But when I said that in the bar, then like his shirt has like a map on it, right? Yeah, it has like a world with a grid. Yep. And so I started rhyming about latitude. I started setting up latitude. And so I said like something, I got the ill attitude. And then, but I was hearing this dude yelling out, what's your IG? What's your IG? While all of this was happening. So I just turned to the side in the middle of the couplet and I go, Harry Mack on Instagram, check out the latitude. So I just embedded it in the middle of what I was saying, which is very funny to me. I was like, yo, off the top, I got the ill attitude. Harry Mack on Instagram, check out the latitude. So I'm like, let me answer this dude and then let me return. And then he does the whole thing where he walked up to me. And also shout out to that dude because the whole reason that this clip went viral and has been sort of one of the popular ones is because of the whole spelling my name for the IG while I was freestyling and sort of like breaking that down while I was talking to him in the freestyle. And it's just cool that happened so organically, because it's one thing to freestyle about like random words or random things that you see where you can use this sort of setup punchline structure. Like me having a certain attitude has nothing to do with latitude, but they just rhyme. And so I can use it and I can fill in the blanks creatively and connect those ideas. But when I have to actually like explain to this guy sort of coherently that he's misspelled my name and then explain how he should spell it and like correct him continuously, you have a lot less leeway to just like creatively fill in the blanks. I'm kind of like talking like I'm talking to you all right now, right? But I'm doing it in a freestyle. So it's a lot more challenging. Anytime you have to tell a story or explain something coherently and you can't just go off on tangents about how you're the dopest or whatever, or I'm crushing the mic. Anytime you're not afforded those tangents, it becomes more challenging. And so this was just one of those really cool moments where I was organically faced with that challenge. And, luckily we pulled it off in a cool way. But yeah, hopefully he I don't know if he still follows me, but shout out to dude.
Whatever.